What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with our SAO Alicization Rising Steel video. The stream just ended. Thanks and huge shout out to SAO Wikia for translating everything that went on during the stream. I watched it myself, but obviously there were some things I couldn't pick up on because I don't speak Japanese. But we're just going to go over everything that was shown specifically for, Rising Steel. There was stuff for Licorice, like the custom costumes. They showed some stuff for Asuna in the console game, but we're going to be talking exclusively about the Rising Steel stuff. So, first thing, they did re-show the tutorial gameplay video that they posted on Twitter the other night. And then a lot of stuff here is regurgitated information. The fact that SAO and ALL character stories will be in this game as well. So, I'm assuming, and there will be an image up here that kind of shows it, but I'm assuming this will be like an event or a side story thing where you can just go through the original stories. I don't know if they'll be like right in the get-go when the game launches, but I expect it won't be too long. We have some screenshots here where they showed some gameplay. I actually have the stream pulled up, so I'm going to showcase that a little bit so you guys don't have to like scroll through the entire stream after it's done. So they did show, we got Roni, we got Lifa in here, which... interesting that they have, I assume, like I said, from the side stories, this is Lifa from ALO, so obviously it's not the Elite, plus that would be a huge spoiler to show, whatever she does in Alicization Part 2. So you've got your party members right there. There was actually a screenshot, I'm gonna see, I think someone I follow posted it, or we may just go to my Twitter itself. They showed what the party setup is going to look like. Well, actually, it'll show on the stream, so we'll just scroll past that. So we got that. We've got there are going to be some voice skits here, some like animated scenes, kind of like Tails has. And then here, we have what the main menu is going to look like. So this is what you'll see when you first boot up the game. So here's it says pick up information, which is all your news. You've got your main quest, which will be the main story event, which will be anything related to... events. So, like, I assume that the SAO, ALO, and, like, Yuki stuff will be in this tab as well. We have Ordinal, which is obviously the Ordinal scale stuff, so I assume it's just going to be, like, a one-time kind of thing, because obviously you can't make several events off of that. It was just one movie. They show the currency up here, that the person... I wish they would have just clicked on the scout, so we can at least see, like, how much multis are going to be and what kind of banners we're going to be seeing. I'm still hoping that it's only going to be characters. I don't want to see a weapon gacha in this. But from right here, it doesn't inspire a ton of hope for that, just based on the fact that it's, like, there's no, like, crafting sort of thing. And that may be something that pops up on the main screen later, or that could be something that's maybe over here somewhere. But it's not inspiring hope that weapons will be their own gacha. Maybe there won't be a gacha system for weapons, and maybe there won't be a crafting. Maybe it'll literally just be, you need to farm these events in order to get it. And then up here, obviously, it looks like they're promoting a 4-star Alice of some kind. 11, I assume that means like 11 pull. But who knows? That might be the first banner we get is one with Alice on it. You've got your gift box up here. You've got your news feed. I paused it at the news feed when I was first watching it and put on slow motion to see if I could get like maybe a hint at a release date, because obviously if you play gacha games, they show a start and end time for events. So I was hoping in the news thing they popped up it would help, but it said like April 2nd, so I assume that's been when they've been kind of not working on this game, but they've had it playable to the point where they can do stuff in game and see what works, and it goes until December 30th, so that didn't really help out too much. Another thing, you see this little thing up here, this looks like it'll bring up more menus, so maybe the blacksmithing thing that I was talking about, kind of like Danmachi has, could be in there. But overall, so you got your party, you got your summons, it says special, which obviously means there's an event, and then you've got your 3 different sets of story stuff, and there's the home. I don't know what this does, but I guess when the game is out, we'll figure it out together. So there was a shortcut scene where they showed Kirito's teacher facing off against what was his name? Eldry, that was his name. I forgot his name. But what's interesting here is you can see it here. That's a young version of her. So it seems like what they're doing is they're going to be adding original scenes and stories that weren't even in anything prior. So we are going to get some original stories in this game, which is really nice. And that was pretty much like the major points from the Rising Steel portion. I mean, they showed some stuff where Roni and TSA are going to be in Fatal Bullet and stuff like that. And they had a gameplay thing for Alicization Licorice. But let's go over to... I'm going to have this muted, so that way you guys don't have to hear other people talking over me. But we're going to let this play. Do I have the speed set? Okay, it's at normal. I know they had some issues. As you can see, it says connecting up there. They had some issues right at the beginning. Okay, so we got our login. Are they really using the exact same item? Hold on. Let's do this. This will be easier if I just use my... Okay. So that's literally the exact same EXP item. So this is probably going to be our weekly login bonus. So we're going to get 10 summon gems or diamonds per week, it looks like. Because, you know, it's 7 days right there. I don't know what these other materials are. This looks interesting over here. It looks like some kind of food. It looks like we have money. So it's like we got the XP and money multipliers. And then it looks like you have some food as well. So that'll be interesting to see. Yep, EXP times 2, so they are. So this is what I was talking about before. You can't really tell because it says 4-3 until 12:30. So this is obviously like not what we're going to see when we first boot up the game. Because whatever these events are, we're not going to know what they are. Or they're not going to be in the game right away, whatever they are. They're just implementing stuff early. And then you see Kirito talking. It shows you the quest tab, so you can go all the way to... So it looks like from the base game, it'll have all the way through the whole first part of Alicization. So you'll be able to play through that entire story. See, it goes. You can go all the way back. Shows all this stuff. And it looks like there's different like sets. Like you can see 4-1-B, so it looks like it could be a side story. So they're really putting a lot into this story itself, which is very interesting. Okay, so they show here... Okay, well, I'll go over... So you saw the friend person that you can take along with you, which they obviously didn't pick anyone. This is what your team setup is going to be like. So it's kind of like Danmachi, because with Danmachi, you have 4 main units, and then you have 2 sub-units. In this game, it's kind of like that, but a little extra. So you've got your 4 main units, which obviously they have Roni, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Alice, and Lifa. And then you can have 2 sub-members, which they have Lifa or Lisbeth right here, and then supporters. So you essentially will get 7 characters. So it seems to me like a lot of these fights might be lengthy if they're giving you that many party members. Plus, look at these levels. So what I'm assuming here is, I assume 4 stars can just go to level 40, which means 3... Well, this Lisbeth is at level 40, so maybe all units can just base go to level 40. But for all I know, they might not even be max level, because as you can see, we've got level 78 Alice right here and the level 79 Lifa. But we don't know how limit breaking is going to work, obviously. Down here, you can see how much AP stuff costs. So for this one, it's like, what, 9 AP, 11 AP? Go 60, yeah, 9 AP. And then you can have the boost items. It tells you what kind of enemies you're going to be dealing with and what level. I love gacha games that tell you what level enemy you're going to be fighting. Because there's some gacha games where they won't tell you. You just keep going through the story and you're not going to know like how it's going to scale up. Obviously, level 31 enemy is nothing compared to this. There's some kind of refresh thing here. I'm not sure what that's actually for. And then obviously you can see right here. Maybe that's like a skill, or you can change out a skill that you have for your team. Or that might actually be to just change out your... No, because you would just click on each spot, I guess. But it looks like... So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Okay, so you'll be able to have 8 different parties, which obviously if you're going against a specific type, you're going to want a specific type of allies. So that's pretty cool. I assume this has to do with some kind of like skill that you're going to have. As we move on it, let's actually move forward a little bit. Because I think they were talking there for a little bit. Okay, so this is how they're kind of going to start. It shows the quest. Once you click start, you obviously start with like an animated scene, as we're going to see right here. Not really animated, because obviously that's a still image right there. But then when you get to this part, this is when they'll actually be talking, which obviously will be in English for us. It's not going to be dubbed, I guarantee you, because not even the console games are dubbed. But obviously the text we're going to see here will be in English. I'm also debating whether or not I want to do full kind of like story playthroughs. You guys will let me know. I think the first night this game launches, I'll probably end up doing a live stream. Assuming they give us a date beforehand. If they don't give us a date, I may just make some videos, because that way I would have no way to prepare for it. But yeah, very, very cool that we're going to get some actual scenes with this. I always prefer the gacha games that actually have a story to them, or implement some kind of story feature, because otherwise it's just kind of like, yeah, you got the units, they're cool, but it's whatever. Alright, so we get into some gameplay here where they show off all this different stuff. Let's pause right here. So obviously, if there was more than one enemy, you could choose who you want to be attacking. Shows kind of the layout of who's going to be getting their turn when, so you can kind of plan out what you want to do. This Roni right here, because I'm not sure if I'm going to skip over it or not, but this Roni has like a full party heal, which is nice to know that we will have party members that will heal. So in terms of what you're trying to figure out for your meta, for actually completing stuff, you will probably want to make sure you have one. And what's interesting here, it says rotation. So what that kind of tells me, so let's see. So don't count Kirito, but let's look at all the others. So yeah, it looks like you just have the main 4 out, but it looks like you might be able to switch party members kind of on the fly, which Danmachi has that too, but it's still nice to see that you can actually, control who you want in or who you want out. So look, right here, they were just kind of explaining stuff, like how it goes when you're selecting your team stuff. I think this is actually when Roni's going to be using her heal, unless they go for the attack first. Oh, wait, no, because it's Alice's turn for the attack. See, it's like 3D, but it's not. That's what's very interesting about this kind of like style of gameplay. Let's skip ahead real quick, because this is just regular gameplay stuff that we've seen. So that way, she just buffed herself right there. That wasn't the heal I was talking about. All right, Leaf is doing an attack. Okay, see, her sword skill is heal. So as you can see right here, that's what it's going to do. Yu-Gi-Oh is a little bit low on health, so that definitely helps out there. So that's really nice. Okay, so that was it for the battle. And then I want to get to the point where... Okay, so then here's the end. You get to see there is a retro. So obviously, if you're farming the same mission over and over, you'll just be able to click this here. It'll throw you right back in the mission. What has me very confused though is because I've seen different screenshots of the max AP that an account has essentially for this game. I saw someone rank 13 with like 150 AP, and then I saw a rank like 130 account with like the same amount of AP. So I'm not sure if stamina is going to be obtained different. Like this is rank 38 with a max of 62. So I'm wondering if there will be a different way you get AP besides just ranking up. So they're showing once again, there are all these 1-star Kiritos, which will probably obviously be the first Kirito you get. You obviously won't start with a party, this amazing. Okay, and here's where they kind of start getting things interesting, because, okay, we obviously can't see the stars, but let's just go based on logic. We know that the Lifa and Alice are 4 stars, so we can assume that 12 cost units are all 4 stars. So we look all the way over here. So this Lifa, Alice, Yuki, Asuna, this other, I think this is the Alice we'll get for free. They are all 4 stars. We got some 3 stars it looks here. Oh, there's a Sachi right there. Are there any more? Okay, it looks like that's it for the 4 stars up there, but I think they scroll down so we can take a look at the others. This will be a bit of information, because these will probably be at least some of the early units we can probably get in the game. Okay, here's the Kirito right here. Kirito and I think this is Yu-Gi-Oh right here. So that's 2 more 4 stars. Unfortunately, this Klein is only a 3-star. Hopefully we'll get a 4-star at some point. We got Roni and TSA that are 4 stars right here. So obviously the Alicization-centric characters are going to be... And I assume... I mean, you can probably tell by the background maybe a little bit when they have this kind of like colored background. I'm assuming Kirito's teacher down here is probably a 4-star as well. I don't think they scroll all the way down here, but obviously, you know, you can switch out your parties, all that good stuff. So just, I guess, keep it in your mind that those will probably be the beginning units that you'll summon for. So we'll probably have a banner with 4-star. Well, we'll have the regular 4-star Alice, the one you see here on a banner. And then we'll have the eye patch Alice that's given to us for free. So no matter what, when this game drops, you're going to have a free 4-star. But Kirito, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Alice, Roni, Tiese will probably be around the starting banner. I doubt it'll be all those. Okay, so here's kind of like the level up screen that we're going to be looking into. So there is equipment here. I am still kind of worried because I'm really, really hoping there's not a gacha system for equipment, because that'll take the value of this game way down, because then you're forced to pick between characters and weapons, and I hate games that force you to do that. So they showed that very briefly, that you're going to be able to level up stuff. I wonder why they didn't... Oh, they can't take, you know... Another thing this game has that could be tough early on is we do have a team cost. So we are going to have to deal with that for a short time. I mean, in Memory Defrag had that too. And Integral Factor also has it where, you know, you're going to need to rank up before you can use a lot of the stuff you want to use. I think they actually... Did they scroll up and down enough? We might be able to actually... Let's go back one more time. I want to see if they scrolled all the way. Man, they're just like teasing us. Oh, wait. Cost 16. So, why would she be a 16 cost while everyone else is a 12? That's very interesting. And this is obviously the younger version of Kirito's teacher. Yeah, I'm not really sure I understand why she would be a 16 cost. So maybe when you have a 4-star, maybe when you limit break it, it gets more cost just because it's a higher unit, which would make sense. You know, other mobile games do that too. So that'll be interesting to find out, actually. So yeah, so she's obviously definitely a... I mean, you can tell, like I said, from the background. So you get like the bluish purple ones like these. Those are obviously 4 stars. The regular blue ones are going to be 3 stars, and then the brown background will be 2 stars, I assume. And then we did see that Kirito that's like a friend Kirito. Oh, wait, maybe they're 1 stars. Because this is the Kirito we saw everyone use. Oh, no, this is a... Okay, yeah. This is like a black background. So these are going to be the ones you start out with. Probably these 2 units. You're going to start with this Kirito and Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay. After that, I think that was everything kind of important here, because they showcase more stuff, you know, like all the different skills we've already seen in all the different trailers. And then they just talk about the original content they're going to be having in the mobile game, and all that. Oh, I wanted to talk about this. So the game will have a normal and hard mode, which is nice because obviously for people who need to farm stuff or want more currency, that's actually really nice. And then there was something after this that I'm kind of concerned about, but I'm not going to judge it just yet. Let me see. How far ahead is it? Okay, they're talking about how we've been hitting the different goals. Oh, wait, I think it was back here. Okay, so there's going to be some kind of ranking system. Now, I don't know if this is going to be we actually fight against other players. I don't know if this is going to be a guild-based thing like Danmachi has. It could be like Memory Defrag, where it's just a ranking system dependent on the points you make, or the highest points you get for each specific thing that goes on. But there is going to be some sort of competition here, and obviously it will be based on, you know, the rewards you get will be based on that. I feel like a lot of these materials here are probably for crafting, because what would all these random materials just be for? So that does make me feel a little better. I mean, we don't have any guarantee yet that the equipment will be non-gacha, but seeing this does definitely give me hope. But as for the PvP, I'm hoping it's... I'd be fine if it's like memory defrag, and I'd also be fine if it's like Danmachi, where you don't, it's all about how you set up your team. It's not about how you play yourself. So it's like an auto battle game based on how you set up your team. I'd be fine with that too. I don't want any sort of super, impossible PvP kind of thing, because this is a story-based game. It really doesn't need it. But I think that's actually the last bit that because then they started talking about, when you get over here, they started talking about integral factor and other stuff, and memory defrag and stuff like that. So that was pretty much everything. They didn't drop a release date, unfortunately, but what I find interesting, and if we go to actually this one right here. So what was it? Was it this one? No. That was just talking about a different thing. So they dropped this trailer. It's a Kirito trailer for the game, which, if you're trying to hype up a game, you start with all the side characters, and then once you get to the main character, that's like, okay, you're at the pinnacle of what you're hyping up for. So I feel like there's going to be no more of these teases, and the next thing we get should be the game. Plus, they said something here. Now, obviously, they're talking about how the game pre-registration exceeded 500,000 downloads, or just pre-registrations in general, and they started a pre-order on the App Store. If you have a pre-order, the app will be installed automatically when the app is distributed. So if you have an iOS device, please try it. So this is obviously talking about iOS, that I guess, iOS has been able to be there for a while. So this just this puts up a kind of flag in my head that it's got to be close to coming out. I feel like it has to come out this month at some point, just because they've already shown us everything they need to show us. They've given us all the trailers they need to give us. I don't see what else they can really show us. So I feel like once we hit the 600,000 threshold, we're probably going to get a release date for the game probably within the next couple weeks. Now, obviously, I could be wrong. The December 11th date could very well be the official date. They're going to wait till December 11th to release the game to everybody. But I just don't see them waiting that long, especially with how much information they're kind of flowing out to us, in short bursts. There's really not, unless they're going to show us the gacha system, but that's like one extra thing. We already know pretty much everything else there is in the game besides the gacha system and how the equipment will work. And they've been pretty frequent on how often, and plus, they're talking about how the distribution rewards, when the app is distributed. So it's like they're telling players, like, hey, make sure you're paying attention to your phone, because when the game's ready, it'll automatically download to your phone, because that's what iPhone does. But overall, they've been pretty active about all their kind of posts. So I can't imagine them taking another 2 months just staying as active as this. October 1st, they had a post. October 3rd, it was the English version posting. We got this over here on October 3rd. So I don't see them keeping up the, every other day postings for another 2 months without any, significant content. So I feel like, and it would have been smart if they are ready they should have just said on the live stream, they've been like, hey, you'll be able to play this game on this time. But obviously they didn't. Maybe they don't know exactly what day during the week they want to release it, but my gamble is probably by the end of October. I expect this game to be out. Could be wrong, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Anyways, guys, I know there's a lot of information to take in at once, but that's pretty much everything I have for you. Let me know what you guys think down below. Are you excited for this game? What are your plans with this game? Is it going to be like the casual kind of experience? Are you going to try hard this? I know I'll be try harding it because it's one of the only Sword Art games where I actually feel like doing that. I play Memory Defrag casually. I don't have Integral Factor on my phone anymore just because it's like, I feel like that would be a game much more suited to like a console situation, having the whole open world thing. So it's not really my thing when it comes to mobile gaming. And this game will be a lot nicer because it'll be something, it's turn-based. I'll be able to kind of play it on the go whenever I, have some time, or if I just want to kind of play it on the side while I'm doing something else. That's mainly how I treat my gacha games for the most part. But anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe for more if you're new to the channel and want to stay up to date with everything on this game. I will see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.